Everyone, good evening. This Jasper Network. Good to be back again. And how was your day, guys? Um, just to share some few things for today. Um, we all know many things have been happening in Nigeria. For me, if I will start, I will try to encourage everyone, encourage everybody, man. Please, guys, uh, we all know what time is it. You don't need to say you depend on your government, really. Seriously, that is my own. You don't need to say I depend on the government. Don't depend on the government, man. Try to be creative, okay? I just have to motivate one or two persons out there, or some people out there that get to listen. Don't give in, don't give up. We all know that things could be difficult, okay? But we have the ability to overcome anything that comes our way. We have the ability, okay? We have the ability. God has given us that ability to overcome anything that comes our way. Just stay positive. You know, have a dream, have a vision, and make it happen. You are the one to make it happen, not your country. See, there are people in America, there are people in Europe, they are suffering. Know this one, know it and know it. Some people are they are homeless. They are homeless. So don't think it's where you are is the cause of your challenges. No, don't think so, okay? Don't think so. I just want to encourage all obedience, everybody, not just obedience alone. Me, I believe in it doesn't matter where you are from, your religion, your belief. I don't really care. I believe if I share a few things with you, it will benefit you, okay? I just believe that if I share a few things with you, it will benefit you, okay? So this what is happening around in the world. There are problems everywhere, man. There are challenges everywhere, challenges everywhere. But what makes you to stand out is don't give in, don't give up. Okay? Yeah, you will say, how do I do it? How will I make it happen? I have plans, I have goals, I have dreams, but how will I make it happen? Brothers, my friends, I would say the power is in you, okay? First of all, so have a dream, have a vision. Keep on saying it, then have a plan. Be purposeful. Keep on trying. You may have tried before, and if you and please, guys, don't be ashamed to do anything you want to do. Shame, remove it from dictionary. Don't be ashamed, okay? Don't be ashamed to do anything that in your heart to do. You think that can be helpful to people. Don't be ashamed to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't be surprised. It's from there that that grace will be upon you, and before you know it, the world will know you. Okay, so don't have a dream, have a purpose, then let it go, make it happen. Okay, just make it happen, and man, before you know it, 6 months, 1 year, you will still give different stories. You will say, I wish I knew. I would have studied it earlier, but no time is late. No time is no time is wasted. Okay. Yeah, no time is wasted. I would say no, because you could recover everything you've lost over the years. That is the truth also. You could recover everything you've lost over the years. All right. Anyway, guys, as you watch, kindly like, kindly share, and make comments. Okay. I'm just here to motivate people. This is a new year. Okay. Definitely, I'll play some videos. Bad news, good news, doesn't matter. Don't let it weigh you down. Today I heard the fuel price is going to be so much over $1,000. You know, don't let it weigh you down. The truth is that the government will fail you. Let's not hide it. Your uncle will fail you. So don't think uh, 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 this person you thought will help you, your friend thought will help you. Don't worry. somebody you may not even know may be the one that will lift you up, that will help you out. Okay? That's why at times I say, it's good to talk your dream, talk your dream, talk your dream, talk your dream, talk your dream. Okay? Talk your dream. There was one video I posted on my Facebook. It says make friend with the rich, or something like that anyway. I think by Selma, by Selma. The thing was, it's instructive. If you have time, go through my page. You see on Facebook page anyway. I think I posted it too on YouTube. I don't know, but on Facebook that make friend with the rich or so, something like that. Apostle Seman, Joshua Seman. Just go through it, watch it, and it will help you. This is a new year, a new beginning. We all have to, we all have to, we all have to just kickstart. Okay, no, as I said, no procrastination. Start it up, man. That's your dream. Start it up. Let it happen. Just let it happen. Okay, let it happen. Um, Today, so many things. So many stories happening everywhere. Crisis, Labour Party crisis, in Edo State, PDP, um, different things. But all the same, man. I'm not after party. Seriously, man. I don't. I don't. My own is to have a let's have a better country. I also make sure the people in Nigeria, I mean, they can make things. They can, you know, make themselves happen. Okay, make themselves happen. You know, not all these politicians. They will preach to you, tell you many things. At the end of the day, when they get there, they forget what they've said. No, no. It's at times no. Why Peter B? I love him seriously. As I said, I've said it over and over again. I never really know him until late last year. When I heard what he's been doing, what he did in Anambra State, I said, "Are you serious? Is this guy in Nigeria? Is this guy an Igbo guy? Are you serious?" I have to dig, and find out that man, the guy is real, the guy is true, the guy is straightforward, the guy is can count on him. All right. That was how I started to follow him and to push for him. And it's been like that. And I'm still pushing for him, man. I'm still pushing for him. I'm still pushing for him. So it's a sudden shift. I'll be. I know he's not desperate, but he's desperate to make Nigeria work. He's not desperate to be the president, but he's desperate to make Nigeria work. To see the people that the poor be taken out of poverty. To see security everywhere. That is what he's concerned about. It's his own. That is his own. See, security. If a nation without security, there will be no investment. Nobody will come and invest. Forget the foreign investors. They will not come. They won't come. They won't come. They won't come. Who will come? Even the indigenous are scared to go to Nigeria. So, I mean, Nigerians, I mean, that's why they're scared to go to Nigeria. Even the Nigerians that are there, they are scared to go to the part of the places that are insecure. Sorry, man. So they are basically of going to the places where that is insecure. So what do you expect, man? What do you expect? So don't think for us to come. Don't think for us to come. And as Tinubu is trying to trying to match ahead, he go to Switzerland for seeking investors. I don't know all those stuff. Look, investors will come on their own if we have a viable, conducive, progressive environment. If the environment is not conducive, how will they come? I've said over and over again, when the environment conducive, they will come on their own. You don't need to go and beg them. They will come on their own. And again, that is talking of uh, going to seek investors. FBI just released some things about his Chicago stuff, drug dealings, and the rest. It will not work well with what you want to do, Mr. Tinubu. It's not all go well. You want to go out there to seek some foreign investors. This is the other reason that it not all go well. It not all go well for the country because of, you know, uh, you know, the country produces what it has. See, Nigeria produced what they had as a president. That is the truth. They are good people in Nigeria, but they produce what they had. That means they are fraud. That means they are that means they are 419, that means they are drug dealers. That is just the meaning. Out of the lot, out of what you have, that is what you can produce. Nigeria produce what they have. If you like, believe me, or if you like, don't believe me, that is the truth. Nigerians produced what they had. Yes. Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, there are Christians in Nigeria, churches in Nigeria, many men, but they produced what they had. You said it was rigged. Yeah, it was rigged because the Nigerians are full of election riggers. Yeah, that means the people playing it are the one they can produce. We produce what we had. That was why we produced Tinubu. We produced what was his name, Buhari. That was what we had. If you don't produce what you don't have, now, let me tell you one thing. Uh, we could not produce. We could not produce. It's a certain state that will be because we don't have it. It's in Nigeria. We had, but we could not because the system it could not allow it because we did not have people like that. You get it? There are people like that there, but it had been taken over by all these crooks, jackass, criminals. That is why we need to purge it first. Purge the system first. So if you push, if you are pushing, you are pushing, you are pushing. So the pushing just started with Obi. Let's be frank as it's here. Over all these years it have been corrupt, corrupt, corrupt. It's just um over a year ago that we were now starting to purge the system through his excellency Peter Obi. This is the truth. So don't expect to purge a nation of over 200 million people just like that. No. Even the so-called obedient family or Labour Party, we have criminals there. We have criminals there, but it doesn't matter. Okay, if the head is good, at least it will work. It will go down. You understand? That is the truth. If the head is good, Peter Bell said, if the head is good, I think it will have solved about 60 to 70% of it. So that is the joy we have. So that is why, for me, we should not give up. Okay, let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on pushing, man. We need to keep on pushing. Don't give in. Don't give up. Okay. Okay. As I've said, Tinubu wants to go and be seeking for foreign investors. Meanwhile, FBI just released some documents, damaging reports about Nigeria, about him. If let's assume foreign investors will even come. I don't think they will even come because even the companies that we have in Nigeria, they are all folding up, they are all running away. There's a company in oh God, in Akwa Ibom. What is the company again? Oh, it's on my platform anyway. I know I posted it on my Facebook page. They've gone off. They've gone off yesterday, maybe today. I don't know which day. So you see, so how can you work companies to come? System is not conducive. Apart from insecurity, the system, the power sector, everything. They because they spend a lot of money. I said it before. I said one of my friends had a business in Nigeria. That last time it was telling me to where at the money is spent on power, every day is much. So you can imagine. So can you encourage people to continue? One guy told me he had about two hotels in Nigeria, but the money he spends on diesel every day is too much. So you see all this stuff, man. There are ways people want to come and invest, but they cannot. And let me tell you, so things like that, we employ people. These are kind of things that, you know, how that's why we have unemployment in Nigeria. Anyway, let me not go there. That's not why I'm here. Even though I'm sure right now, this is not the reason I'm here. My own is just to stay today, just night to just stay for 1 hour and go. But I don't know. Let me just do what I can do right now and I have I just imagine have 1 hour time something to do. Okay, just look at it now. Let me try to scroll it. FBI files on Tinubu. Let me try to see if I can scroll it. Let me see. I don't know. FBI files on Tinubu drops and missed look out for foreign direct investment. He's looking out for foreign direct investment, but meanwhile, FBI they are raising files again on him again. The FBI released yet another Tinubu file, a series of FORA documents unveiling to the public how a former bagman, come ECOWAS chairman, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, laundered money in Chicago and has since 1990 been ensnared in numerous corruption scandals, recently being the controversial election that made him president after desecrating the National Electoral Act and Constitution of Nigeria through the Independent National Electoral Commission and the Nigerian Judiciary and the Nigerian Judiciary respectively. Because now I can see even the the merit is not even there. Exactly the merit. The merit is not even there. It's not even there. I don't want to go far. Well, I think controversial election, so many things. So many things. So you can see the FBI. It's a secret. No matter how well kept, has a way of telling on yourself. A year for freedom to be heard as recognized for its existence, even if it means little. See, we cannot hide this thing. People, it's so glaring. The election was rigged. The court system, the judiciary was compromised. What do you expect, man? What do you expect? And with what is happening in Plateau State, killings everywhere. Today, I mean, yesterday I heard in Zamfara, Borno State also. Something has happened again. I don't I don't all this bad news. I don't like to be saying it. This is just supposed to be is this a year of I mean this is a year of greatness, of goodness, man. Not bad news every time. Most Nigeria be having bad news everywhere, security everywhere, insecurity everywhere. These are kidnapped, these are kids. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, man. So I don't want to even let me not go to this FBI report on let me not just go here. But as I was saying, we need to we need to help our country, man. Okay. We need to help our country. Our country need help. Our country needs help, okay? It needs help. Let me not go to this advice. Let me leave it alone. Okay. Oh man, let me leave it alone. There is no point in doing that, okay? I just want to Nigeria is funny. Oh God. Um I saw a video which I posted on my wall, my Facebook wall too. I know that Nigeria belongs to all, but forgery, lying, I mean, perjury is not the best. I saw a video of some northern guys. They use Lagos State as their in the as if they're indigenous of Lagos State to apply for military for to be in the army. These are people. See, everybody in a way is guilty. These are guys. They don't even know. They don't. They're not even Lagos. They're not from Lagos State. So themselves, they don't understand Yoruba. But the local government issued them the state of origin, and they call it the citizenship of the local government. How can that be possible? For example, now it's like me going to my local government now. Or for example, I say, okay, I'm going to let's say I go to Kwara State now. Say I'm from Kwara State. I go to the local government. They will issue me their their certificate of origin. Or maybe I go to Lagos. I will say I'm from Ifakojaye. I will go there, Fakojaye. I'll tell them I'm from Fakojaye. They will just issue me certificate like that. I'm not from there. So that means the people are not corrupt. So the Nigerian government, please look into it. These people that are guilty, arrest them. So I said, most of them said from Solo or Shodi Solo. Meanwhile, they are from Kaduna State. and they use as if they are Lagos indigenes to go and apply for military the academic training. I don't know. I saw the video today. Wait, let me just play the video. I think it's about 2-3 minutes long. I don't know. Let me play the video. I got. Let me just play it. I don't. Nigerians, the security people look into this. Okay, look into it. This is not right.
Look at where are you from?
From Kaduna State.
Kaduna State. What local government are you coming out from?
Also,
Who gave you the indigenship certificate?
National Gambo.
What's your name?
Zakaria Arab.
Where are you from? Kaduna State.
Staying in Lagos.
Lagos, Benin. Where did you get the indigenship certificate from?
I'm staying with my uncle. So I went.
Your uncle, speak up, please.
I'm staying with my uncle. Let's not on it down.
Shogba Yoruba. Shogba Yoruba.
I can get what I can.
Shogba Yoruba. Shogba Yoruba.
No, ma.
Shogba Yoruba. Gbá mi lóhùn padà ní Yorùbá. Níbo lò ń gbé?
Kí lorúkọ ẹ?
Shogba Yoruba. Níbo lò ń gbé? Níbo lò ń gbé? Ta ló fún ẹ ní certificate? Ta ló fún ẹ? Ta ló fún ẹ? Ta ló fún ẹ? Local government wo ló ti wá? Kò sọfẹ́. Ẹ ṣàpẹ̀, kí lorúkọ ẹ? Kí lorúkọ ẹ? What's your name? What? Speak up, please. Where are you from? What? Kaduna. But you're coming out from what local government? Oh? Ta ló fún ẹ ní certificate? Kí lorúkọ ẹ? Níbo lò ń gbé? You don't hear Yoruba. What state are you from?
I'm from
Kaduna
Kaduna State.
State. Ta ló fún ẹ certificate of indigenship, Lagos State? Bring it and let me see your indigenship certificate. That paper that they gave you from the local government. Huh? Where is your... Let me see.
Yes.
Show me this. We'll show the local government. One by one. We'll show the local government. Most of them cannot speak Yoruba at all. I don't know how. Where's the second one? Also from Oshodi, local government.
That's Nigeria for you, man. Yeah, I pray that so guys will see it. Okay, that's Nigeria we live in. That's Nigeria we live in. They believe in forging. They believe in perjuring. They believe in other stuff. Enough is enough, and what do you expect when? So, what do you expect, man? What do you expect? What do you expect? Okay, what do you expect? Okay. Anyway, it's I would say um, anyway, that is it, man. Okay. Let me I don't today I said I won't say not too much in the shower, but that is it, guys. Nigerians, security people, guys, wake up. Today I will talk on security, man. It's not good what's happening in Plateau State. You know those. I mean, not Middle Belt area. It's not really good. It's giving Nigeria a bad image, and it's not. People are dying. It's not good. It's I don't know how to say. It's not just good at all. Families are not secured. Villages communities are not secured. What do we need to do? What can we do to solve the situation? That's the question. What can we do? the question is for everybody. What can we do? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? What can we do? I will just play analysis of some people. All right, that is, because it's painful. It's really painful, man. It's painful. Let's listen to this analysis, okay? That is what I can say right now. Let's listen to them. And if you have a contribution, anyhow it is, I would say no contribution is useless.
The
Let's share
solution
it.
for is insecurity. Every year in Nigeria, bandits
Security
stage attacks on communities
security
claiming
is
lives and
important.
property, which has crippled
Very
economic
important.
activities in a lot of areas in various states. Just 2 weeks ago, during the Christmas festivities, more than 100 people were killed in attacks in Nigeria's northern Plateau state. Solving the problem of insecurity in Nigeria for years now has been a hard nut to crack for the federal government. Will we ever get to the point in our nation where people can experience freedom to operate and move around without having the fear at the back of their minds that something might go wrong? Joining us on the morning show today to discuss the never-ending conversation on solutions to insecurity and how the federal government can approach this issue in 2024 is Colonel Hassan Stan Labo, a veteran and retired officer with a wealth of combat operational experience spanning his duty tour of Liberia, Sierra Leone, the West Darfur, and Bakassi Peninsula as part of the Army's Elite Infantry Special Forces Corps. He's now a security consultant, defense strategist. Welcome to the morning show, Colonel Hassan Stan Labo.
In the heart of Jerusalem, the echoes of prayer are met with restrictions.
So today, as I said, we are going to be discussing security. What can we do? Okay, it's important. Nigeria is blessed. We have to secure our country. What can we do? What do we need to do? Please drop your comment. Please drop your comment, please. Let's let's analyze it. Okay. So let's continue with the analysis. All right. Let's continue with the analysis. All right.
And my good friend.
Happy New Year to you, sir. Good to see you, sir. Been a while. Happy New Year, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you for joining us.
I appreciate it. Thank
Well,
you so much.
Colonel, this morning we've been discussing the state of insecurity in Nigeria, the same way we've been doing since this year started. And we were referring to the latest reactions by General David Mark, or Senator David Mark, as he's otherwise now known, saying that the security architecture needs to be rejected and that a state of emergency should be declared on the plateau. And then, of course, you also have the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, SMBLF, saying that President Buhari, in fact, did nothing to address insecurity. That if anything, he was promoting terrorists along with some other governors. And that all that talk about the Buhari administration downgraded, decimated, that it had no effect. And they were advising President Tinubu not to follow the example of Buhari, to be decisive in dealing with insecurity. The NBA president also spoke along the same lines, saying that security should be a major priority. The same also statement was made by Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who said securing Nigeria should be a major priority. Now, what is there to rejig in the security architecture? And do you agree that President Buhari, rather than addressing security, in fact promoted insecurity by looking the other way for the better part?
Thank you so much. Well, okay. There's a cut in communication.
I can hear you.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me, Dr. Dabate?
Yes, clearly.
All right, good.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I would say I agree with the opinion that General Buhari in the last 8 years or thereabouts did virtually nothing, and I mean virtually nothing, in our fight against terrorism. If anything, he promoted and enhanced our hardship as far as the fight against terrorism was concerned. It's unfortunate that we are talking about our number one citizen as at then, within the period of the last 8 years, a period which I refer to that Nigeria had no political leader. We saw all the lines of actions taken by the, political strategic level of decision making. We saw all the lines of action taken even from the presidency. We saw how ministers who had business or things to do with terrorists were made to remain in their positions as ministers. One was even in charge of our entire national data. We could go on and on and on. We allowed undue sentiments right from the presidency to be visited in our alleged purported plan or action against terrorism. You could read religion, you could read tribalism, you could read ethnicity, and so on. It's unfortunate. And at the subnational level, we had governors, especially up north where I come from, under that administration, that had all sorts of romance and unholy relationship with terrorism, degenerating to a situation where some of them were even talking of amnesty. It was shocking to some of us. Amnesty for who? You tell me they are repentant terrorists. Repentant from what? We are soldiers. Our duty is not to come here and grant repentance. Our duty is to hasten your appointment with God to heaven or hell, where he will grant you penance. So, for us to be bringing large number of men from the forest who hitherto were armed and taking on fellow Nigerians, then on the appearance of soldiers, they drop their weapon and you are compelled as a professional to take them PWs and you bring them back to us and say they are repentant what? And then you give their godfathers sitting in government houses to begin to talk about amnesty and even referring us to how amnesty was granted to some chaps way back in the under what's his name? Yeah, President Yaradua in the creeks. It's unfortunate. So now we have a new administration in place. In the last 6 or 7 months, I have not seen a change, so to speak, from what has been happening in the last 8 years. We will hope that the president now is not listening to some ill advice coming in from some elements or people who have sympathy with the last administration to him as to how to fight terrorism. We have an ample opportunity now to change the guard in how we fight terrorism. We should not. I appeal to my colleagues in the military. I understand very much what the rules of international law of war says concerning PWs and so on. I must tell you, gentlemen, if we've got to fight this war and come out of it unscathed and make sure that we don't eventually leave this war for our grandchildren to fight continually because of our attitude, then we've got to face this war and face it with all the brute it calls for. Face it with all the seriousness it calls for.
Absolutely.
And not to start heaping PWs here and there. The more PWs we gather, the more we are heaping up a reserve force for belligerents who tomorrow will face our children.
Well,
whether we want to accept it or not, that is the bitter truth.
Thank you for
Simple.
the bitter truth as you
When you
described.
meet them in the forest,
Colonel
bring
Stan
them
Labo.
down.
All right.
Your duty is to hasten his appointment with God.
All right.
Let him go
Okay.
to heaven or hell and ask for his penance.
All right. Now, Colonel Stan Labo, thank you so much. I mean, you've come in this morning talking tough, especially in the area of insecurity, and this is what some Nigerians are expecting from their leaders, from our leaders, in terms of a tough stance, taking no prisoners when it comes to the issue of insecurity, like you said, to prevent our children and generations afterwards from fighting. Colonel Stan Labo, can you hear me, please? We'll go on a short break. When we come back, we'll make that connection again with Colonel Hassan Stan Labo. Stay tuned.
I paused myself. I didn't even know. I'm playing this. What do we need to do? This security in Nigeria is just down too much. This is why I'm playing this, because I feel pain to see lives are being lost in Plateau State, in different places. Today I heard about, I think Zafara, Borno State, I don't know. People were killed also. So I feel pain. Killings every time as if it's just a normal thing. It's not normal, man. This is not fair. It's not right. What do we need to do? Guys, please drop your comments. Just what do we need to do so that the government will hear it? Okay, this guy is talking well, man. That's why I'm playing this now, so that the government will hear it. Let's amplify the voices. As we watch, share it also, so that we amplify it, so that more people will hear it. At the end of the day, somebody will hear it that would like to implement it. This is what we are doing, man. This is the essence of all the stuff we are doing. All right, this for me, this is the essence of what we are doing. Okay. All right, let's go back. Let's listen to them. Okay. Right. Right. Let's go back on the listen. All right, guys.
In Nigeria, just before the break, he had talked about, or he has spilled the bitter truth in his words, talking about how this administration or leadership must take a decisive action when it comes to insecurity and not with kids' gloves. Let me take you on, Colonel Hassan Stan Labo. Great to have you back on the show. Hope you can hear me now.
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Excellent. All right. So talking about insecurity, earlier this morning, we had taken a story with regards to the former Senate President, Senator David Mark, who is also from the Middle Belt area of Nigeria, where he said that perhaps it was time for the president to review the security strategy, as obviously what's currently on ground isn't working. I'd like to get your take on that statement and what you think would, or what would look like a security strategy or architectural review, and especially to tackle the issue in the Middle Belt. You said something really important, that we need to, the reason why we must act and act now is so that our children or generations afterwards do not continue to fight this war. Because if you recall, the farmer-herder clash has dated pre-independence, and we're still dealing with that in Middle Belt areas. We're still having killings. In 2023, over 300 people killed in a particular local government area. So what are some of the things that would look like a security review in terms of this administration, or perhaps do you think what's on ground is currently working?
Thank you so much, Ayo. I'm afraid I think what we have on ground doesn't seem to be working. And what do we have on ground? I think it's all about the over-centralization of the security architecture. Looking at our police, for instance, which is supposed to be the lead agency when we talk about security agencies now. Because even the role the military is playing all over the country now is actually the role of the police. If we decentralize to a point where we have state police, introduced into our system, okay, and community policing itself, gaining ground adequately. I think to a greater extent, so much pressure will be taken off, and there will be some level of seamlessness, in the way we forge ahead. These are things that we should have done all along. These are things we should have done in the first year of the last administration. Frankly speaking, I thought by the first year of the administration, we could have, done with this and then begin to perfect the entire whole thing. And by the exit period of the 8th year of the last president, we must have attained some level of perfection when it comes to state policing or community policing. But unfortunately, we have left these things undone. And I want to urge the present number one citizen, the commander-in-chief, to look at this seriously. Because like the situation is now, we have to start taking some very drastic actions. We have to start taking some very drastic actions. Serious nations all over the world are taking drastic actions in resolving their problems and their issues, especially when it borders on security. See what Israel is doing. Even when the whole world is condemning them, they don't give it down because their national interest comes first. Here, I don't even know whether we have a national interest because the way we just play with ourselves is unfortunate. We must sit down, do a serious rejig again, do a serious review of the entire architecture, decentralize our entire defense arrangement in such a way that states will have some level of authority. Not a situation where I learned the 8 governors are about coming together to see what they can do about. There is nothing they can do if eventually the commissioners in those states, commissioners of police in those states, will still have to turn to their IG, who will still have to turn to Mr. President. So you lack the independence, the latitude of action. You lack it. You to just boil down to rhetoric, and at the end of the day, our usual style, it ends there. And the whole talk will bring some money, which end up in people's pocket. And that's all. That's Nigeria for you. We are never serious in addressing our problems. I just hope this time around, with the high casualty of death we are seeing in Plateau and so on, it will make us want to sit up once in a while. Yes, please.
Okay, real quickly, I've heard all you have said. You made mention of Israel rejigging the security architecture and all of that. Colonel, that you just said about Israel in the past over a month and a half, it's cost them $58 billion to be able to pound Gaza that way. I don't think Nigeria has that kind of financial wherewithal. I will have to ask, Colonel, we've been rejigging security architecture from God knows when. But the political will to get it done. Colonel, these people that are doing these things are not spirits. They are human beings. People know them. People are affiliated with them. People fund them.
Yeah.
Why can't we solve that angle? Because even after the military went there and said, oh, it was caused by the devil and all of that, these people still wrote a letter. They were so brazen enough. They wrote a letter. They are coming back. And they still attacked. So the political angle, can't we tell these people and say, okay, enough of this attempt to grab land and build whatever you want to build? Can't we stop that?
You are very correct, Rufai. You just took the words out of my mouth. If I had not stopped talking, maybe those are the areas I would have gone into. The aspect of the political will to be able to get these things, push these things forward. We seem to be lacking in it. And that's why gradually I'm beginning to see a great deal of semblance in the way we are addressing security under this present administration and the last administration. The political will in this administration towards this thing is so weak. If you ask me, Rufai, I was expecting to see a commander-in-chief who will be touching down in Plateau, coming out of a military helicopter. I'm not talking of the presidential helicopter. A military helicopter in camouflage and steel helmet, assuring villagers.
It's painful. Painful.
Assuring villagers that we shall get this rubbish done with.
Hey,
We shall stop this henceforth.
this is touching, man.
Okay? Go about touch the ladies, the women, touch the children, visit hospitals, and so on. And after that, turn to your service chiefs and give them 1 or 2 weeks to produce the perpetrators. Tell your national security advisor, your DSS, and the service chiefs to produce the perpetrators in the next 2 weeks or lose their jobs. This is the sort of decisiveness I expect to see from a commander-in-chief, from somebody who calls himself the father of this nation. What is happening? Just what is happening?
Wow.
Is it so difficult to get us out of this mess? We cannot crush these guys and kick them off our territory? What is happening?
Well, Colonel, I understand and appreciate your concern. Many other Nigerians feel the same way. But when the commander of the Operation Safe Haven
I think there's a breakdown again.
visited, can you hear me, Colonel? Well, let's fix that quickly and then we'll come back and then wrap up.
You can see this is painful. You can see the tears in his little corner in his eyes. Nigerians, the commander in chief, they know what to do, but they are not doing it. People are dying. They don't care. People he has not visited that place. He said his VP. What are they doing? People are dying. People are dying, man. This is painful, man. It's painful. I don't know what to say. I'm just doing my part now, sharing this. People are dying. Because it's not affecting you guys. That is why people don't care. Because it's not your brother, your sister, people don't care. Even if it's your brother or sister or your relation, after you work for 1 week, after that, life goes on. This is not fair. It's not right. It's not right. Nigerians, wake up. Wake up. This is not right. No, it's not right at all. This is not right at all. But
To the point. I was saying that other Nigerians feel the same way you feel because life has lost value around there, certainly. But when the commander of Operation Safe Haven visited the mass graves where they were burying some of the persons who had lost their lives, he went there and told them that the military was overwhelmed and that the crisis could have been worse. And he said, well, it was the devil's work. I mean, you are a retired soldier. Could you help us clarify this? Is there a pact between the Nigerian army and the devil? So that when the military fails, a whole general will speak on television and say it's the devil's work. Is it really the devil's work? Is there a pact with the devil in the military?
Dr. Abati, I take exception to that comment from the general that it was the devil's work. The point is that if the military was overwhelmed, we all know what may have informed such overwhelming of the military. We know we have severe manpower issues, which we have been hammering on for how many years now? And that's why when some of us come on air to talk, we really wonder what else are you coming to say that has not been said. The big fives, how far have we addressed the big fives in the military? Funding, manpower, logistics equipment, motivation and welfare and so on. We have severe manpower issues in the military. As we speak, the Nigerian Army has only one recruitment platform where it trains and brings in new recruits, and that is the Depot NA. And I think as we speak, on an annual basis, we will get about 5,000 men from that source. If you juxtapose that with the number of men who, of course, will be exiting the army on an annual basis, either through casualties from the various operations and routine retirements and so on, you will agree with me that at the end of the day, you're always seeing about 2,000 or 2,500 fresh entrants out of the 5,000 which you think you are bringing in. So the point I'm making is that we should begin to expand on our training facilities. Nigeria is ripe enough, or the army by now is ripe enough to have about 4 or 5 depots. You know, we have one already in Zaria. What stops us from having one in the west, here in Lagos, and in the east, and even up north? You know, so that on an annual basis, we can boast of nearly 20,000 coming into the army, fresh recruits. We need to work on this assiduously, Dr. Abati. Otherwise, all this talk of being overwhelmed and so on will be there. Like you know, we are presently in a war situation. And in any given war situation, the enemy has the initiative. And if the enemy has the initiative, it means he is privileged to choose his time, privileged to choose where he attacks, privileged he has all the privilege at his disposal, both time, location, and what have you. Why you remain to wait and react? So all you try to do is to see how you position yourself to be able to gain some level of proactiveness by the time he launches. And the enemy is not a daft, let's face it. And that's why they will look at where you are already and then go to ungoverned areas where you have citizens just thinly spread out and what have you in communities, and attack such communities, kill them in their numbers, so that before you even want to get there, I'm afraid they are done and even on their way out.
All right.
So we must look inwards and look for solutions to all this. It's important.
Well, that's what we're looking forward to, looking for solutions to the insecurity challenges in the nation. Thank you very much for your time this morning, Colonel Hassan Stanlabo.
Never see.
Anyway, I want to play that video. All these security people, they know where they are. Where they are. They know where they are. It's a pity. They know where they are. Okay, let me just play this video. I'm sure with this one, you will believe they know where they are. Okay, let me play this video.
Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. Allah.
What is happening there, man? I'm just see what is happening there. They know. They know.
Alam mo ko sa halin to. Kung ganito ko. Kap.
They know. This is not just right.
Allahu Akbar. Pareko. Wata ba kagini ba pero Hajama.
You get the gunshot.
Kai, ubaka.
I'm for what you say. I don't need to listen to it. That's the thing with I just use this up to play games, play politics with you.
Kai.
Don't use power.
Subhanallah.
I don't wait for them to do anything.
Subhanallah. Kai.
You are coming to me. No, let me
Wallahi ka ku aza wannan ba ta tashi. Tashi take. Ita
they know what they are. All right, guys. Because I do that today. I wanted to play. I wanted to do. There's a crisis in the Labour Party in those states. I don't know, and the Fubara and Wike stuff. Okay, let me just play one of the videos. Okay, I missed the which one is shorter. I play one of the videos. Then, guys, as you watch, kindly like, kindly share. Okay. Okay, let me play the Labour Party of those states. But election is they are preparing. Yesterday, I played the one of the deputy governor. What he said, I played that. So the crisis in the Labour Party had the crisis. So how through the crisis, I don't know. Let's watch them. Okay, let's watch them. I don't know let's watch it. And I mean, this one. This one is a bit God.
In the state, I had reported in the state ahead of the convention scheduled for Saturday, that's December the 30th. Meanwhile, the spokesperson of the Papa-led group of the Labour Party, Mr. Bayomi Arabambe, has accused the Edo State Publicity Secretary, Mr. Sam Oropa, of spearheading the attack. Mr. Arabambe alleges that the leaders were beaten up and manhandled when they went to prepare for Saturday's event. He also accused Mr. Olumide Akpata, who is a contender in the race for the ticket, of not calling his men to order. Mr. Arabambe also promised to report the attack on the group leaders or to the security agents. So that's what we're going to be discussing right now on the program.
J'ai une petite question pour vous. Est-ce que vous connaissez
Come back to it, okay?
In Edo State, which is the basis for our conversation. It's going to be two parts, a conversation as far as Edo Labour Party issues are concerned. I'm being joined right here in our Lagos studio by the man I did mention his name in my intro, Mr. Bayomi Arabambe of the Labour Party. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
And thank you so much. Good evening, Nigeria community of citizen, and thank you for inviting me here.
Joining us via Zoom, the chairman of Edo Labour Party, Mr. Kelly Ogbaloy. Mr. Ogbaloy, thank you so much for joining us.
I'll be forwarding this stuff because this thing's a bit long.
Okay, I understand. I thought Mr.
We are somehow very shocked that we have two people who today will be calling themselves lawyers and who are supposed to know the law, but they deliberately choose to stand on it. I am making reference to the former NBA president, who I am highly disappointed in, and Julius Aburi. Though I know that one, he has never attended court session ever since when I know him, but he also called himself a lawyer. But I want the NBA to actually help us to look into these two characters about what happened today. Mr. Olumide Akpata is fully aware.
I would appreciate not disparaging anybody. They're not characters.
Okay,
they're gentlemen.
Right. Yeah, thank you very much. Mr. Olumide Akpata, as a former NBA president, ought to know that where there is a restraining order of a court, it has to be respected. there have been plenary of authorities by the Supreme Court that when an order of a court is made, you don't have a choice other than for you to obey that order, that judgment.
Which order are you talking about here?
There is a judgment of a FCTI court by Justice Mazu against Abure and 3 others, restraining them from parading themselves as national officers.
Okay, let's get this in proper context
Yes.
before we start shooting too fast. There were 2 issues concerning Abure.
Yes.
I'm going to come to the issue of you mentioning Akpata because it's an allegation of his involvement or in anything. So let's take it in steps. There were 2 issues.
Yes.
First has to do with the suspension from the ward, which has been decided by the court. I think to the best of my knowledge, it got to even Court of Appeal and setting aside that particular decision because it was when he was removed from the ward that Lamidi Apapa came to take over, saying that there shouldn't be any vacuum.
No, that was not why we came.
No, hold on.
Okay.
The premise of Lamidi Apapa taking over.
No, that was not because of the suspension.
What was the premise of the suspension? So because there are 2 cases,
no,
the issue of the ward and the issue of forgery of documents.
No, we were not involved in that.
Okay, which one?
The forgery was what we reported to the police. And how do we come about that? Some of our candidate names were published by INEC. During their first publication. During the last publication, their names were removed. We went to INEC. They now gave us the affidavit in respect of those constituencies, governor, rep, and senate. It was that affidavit that we now took to the court in line with Evidence Act. The court replied that these were forged documents. We now reported to the police. It was the manager now, DIG Kokumo. He did an excellent job. The IG now was AIG operation. Then we reported the matter, and a forensic audit was done, and they found that Abure actually forged the document. It was
who did the forensic?
The police.
Okay.
With what the court wrote back to us, then we are cleared. Then we now approach the court because we know that from the evidence we are not protected because you alleges must prove. Now we have alleged forgery, and the court are written back to us that this document presented by Abure to change those names, they did not emanate from that court. And let me tell you what he did. He forged the signature of that judge. He presented his own TSA account and also the commissioner for oath. They were what he presented in line with substitution rule of the Electoral Act to the INEC that, this person has withdrawn and he has gone to court to do, affidavit of substitution. They were what we now took to court, and the court restrained him from parading himself pending determination of that matter before them.
Has that matter been determined?
No, it's in the Court of Appeal. So when he was restrained, it is normal, just like in Ondo State, when somebody is incapacitated, whether by reason of death or sickness.
If I understand, you got this order when in the year?
April.
Until now, it's not been determined?
Yes, it's not been determined. It's not a pre-election matter. When you have issue during election matter, normally court attend to most election matter. So that was why we now did what we call emergency NWC meeting. It was at that point Apapa came in because that was the most senior deputy. And let me tell you how he also came in. When we lost our national chairman in 2021, Alhaji Salam, he was the national secretary then. I seated there, moved his motion for ascension into national chairman in Benin, Edo State, and the national secretary then.
So because we don't have the luxury of time, so what you're saying now, the premise of the Apapa group still moving on with the claim over the leadership of the party is because there is a court order.
Of course, that has not been vacated.
That has not been vacated, stopping Abure from parading himself.
That's one step.
Which is separate from the Court of Appeal judgment that favored Abure.
Of course, we are not a party. He himself and some ward executive.
All right.
You see, they have tested this matter in the federal court during the primaries of Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa. Their matter was dismissed because the judge of the federal court said, a man had been restrained.
But how come? Anyway, let me bring in Mr. Olumide Akpata, who is an aspirant in the Edo governorship election. Mr. Olumide Akpata is also a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association. Mr. Akpata, thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Just I can't see you yet. I hope I see you in a moment. So Okay, fantastic. So I'm sure you've listened to Mr. Abayomi Arabambi. Two issues is raised so far. One is the allegation against you that you're not calling the people in Edo State to order, by implication, trying to say maybe your group was responsible for the attack on the people that we saw in that video. Second is this issue about the decision of the court or whether or not the Abure-led faction or led group is still in charge of the Labour Party. But he's saying that has nothing to do with the suspension from the ward. This has to do with forgery document that they got the police involved and they got an order of court which said they should maintain status quo. So I want your take on this particular two issues that he's raised so far.
Thank you for the opportunity to chime in. I'm just stunned. You know, I'm actually shocked at how easy it is for people to just make things up and then carry on as if this fiction that they have produced is actually reality. I listened to Channels TV today, and I heard Kayode Okike-Odu on Politics Today, Lunchtime Politics, refer to this same assertion, and I really didn't want to believe it until I've listened again now to Mr. Arabambi, and he has repeated it, that he is disappointed at me, and you have also said that he mentions that I have refused to call my so-called men to order. I'm but one of probably 30 aspirants seeking the Labour Party ticket in Edo State. The disputes in the Labour Party predate my entry into that party. So I fail to understand why I'm being singled out by Mr. Arabambi and his co-travelers. There's really something wrong here, and I think we must get to the bottom of it. And I think he's maligning me. He has even asked that my association, the NBA, looks into my conduct. And I'm actually quite shocked at, that he would have the gall to mention that on national television. What conduct are we talking about? I'm one of 30 aspirants. I hope you know the genesis of what. I'm actually not even in Benin as we speak. I'm on break like everybody else. And the first thing we saw yesterday was the report that Labour Party has asked Akpata not to present himself as a candidate of the, as an aspirant in the Labour Party because he is a mole of Governor Obaseki. My friends and supporters were shocked by this, and everybody reached out to me, and I was worried myself when I saw the headline. I reached out to the Labour Party in Edo State, and they said nothing of the sort. And when I opened the article, I realized that it was Mr. Arabambi and his colleagues who issued that statement. They actually issued a 20-paragraph document that purported to detail what their plans are for elections in Edo State. And in paragraph 19, they actually singled me out for all the aspirants to say, don't show yourself, don't present yourself in Labour Party because you are a mole of Governor Obaseki. And they actually, Mr. Arabambi in the studio there with you, actually signed that document. And it is in the public domain. And I'm sitting here on my own, and I'm wondering what exactly is going on. And then he comes on national television to insinuate that whatever melee happened in Benin and the fight between two factions, everybody knows that these two groups have been locked in some kind of tussle, even before I decided to join the party.
Mr. Akpata, if I may, just a bit, why do you think he's just picking you out of the 30 Labour Party aspirant? Why do you think it is used? He's pointing out.
Look, my brother, my guess or your guess is as good as mine. I am actually in shock. I'm befuddled because I looked at the document. I read the guidelines, the purported guidelines or timetable or whatever it is they call it. And I looked at paragraph 19 and I wondered to myself, what exactly is going on here? Is this a case of giving a dog a bad name to hang it? What exactly is happening? What is Arabambi and his co-travelers, what exactly are they trying to achieve?
Okay, Mr. Akpata, let me come back to Mr. Arabambi.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Just 30
I
seconds because of time.
No, please. I received on my phone today a text from somebody purporting to be from the Apapa faction, asking me to come and talk to them in view of my ambition in Edo State. Listen, I'm an officer of the law, the courts, an officer in the Temple of Justice. Look, basic law, basic elementary law tells you when a matter is sub judice, you don't get involved. These matters are before the courts of the land. We who are members of the Labour Party, particularly those of us who are aspiring to run for the office of governor on the Labour Party platform.
Okay, Mr. Akpata, I'm so sorry. I will have to butt in because of time. We don't have the luxury of time. Let me come to you. So, taking from, he's worried that you're picking on him or your group is picking on him. So, exactly why is that? And where does this lead the Labour Party as they go into the election? Looks like a divided house.
Well, thank you. Just like I said, he's aware, but he tried to dodge that question. The 20 buses he bought, the people he gave them to, as local government chairman of Abure faction, they were all there today. Imagine people that want to govern a state, you will hold a stone and be eating somebody's head, and yet these are the people he's paraded. These are the people he gave buses to. We know ourselves there. We are still going to report, you know. We are still going to write the 5%. We know all of them. You understand? These are the people he just donated buses to. 18 buses to. And here, he will now come and be telling you that he's not aware. He's aware, but our point is this. As a lawyer, as a former MP president, he's aware that Supreme Court said, when an order of a court is made, it must be obeyed. You knew this man had been restrained, yet you took all your arsenal, you know, to him. But let me be very open why we said it was Governor Obaseki. We knew Abure right from inception. In the local government election, none of our candidates featured. They collected money, Edo Commission collected money, they were not featured. But in the general election, I challenge Abure. I challenge Governor Obaseki to tell us every of the assembly candidates, he paid 2 million to them, they are not a member.
That's an allegation you need to substantiate. So
of course, I said.
No.
I was part of the meeting.
Hold on, if you don't have.
No, I know, I was part of the meeting.
Hold on, if you don't have evidence,
I was part of the meeting. I was with Abure. I was Abure in Benin.
So those are strong allegations.
No, I said I was Abure in Benin when one of our president candidates came to pay 35 million. That was in 2022 to run against Peter Obi. It was on that night, you know, that we had a meeting, that I now got to know that, he had been on parole.
Okay,
you know,
let me.
It's a fact, I was there.
So, okay, still an allegation, so that we'll follow this through at the end of the day. Mr. Akpata, just a quick last word on this one. One of his, I've seen as one of his grievances is the fact that if you say the court is still deciding on which side this belongs, probably they are saying, by choosing to support a particular group, you've already taken side. I don't know whether you see what they are saying here.
First and foremost, I must tell you that this is utterly disgraceful that on national television you allow an individual spew forth such allegations,
No, I'm just saying so that you have a right to reply and say yes. I'm just saying what he said.
That's why I'm replying now, right?
Okay.
I'm replying firstly to say this gentleman has insinuated that I am behind the attacks that took place in Benin.
Which is why you have to answer.
Which is what I want to answer, which is I have told you that it's ridiculous. And I wonder why he has singled me out. Then secondly, when you say taking sides, that is, nature abhors a vacuum. There cannot be any vacuum. As far as we know, I am one of 28 or so aspirants. The Labour Party in Edo State, its secretariat is on Ogbelaka Street in Benin. That is where we have gone to express interest to participate in the governorship election. We cannot, because matters are in court, we will not go to the Labour Party secretariat that we know, that we see. If a court of the land comes today to declare that party secretariat is illegal, of course we will not go there.
Okay.
We have to go to the secretariat that we know and that we see. That is one issue. I must tell you, we must refer to the issue that has been raised by Arabambi, your station, this evening. It is ridiculous for him to say, I did not give... No, you need to hear me out.
No, because we don't... Go ahead, just 10 seconds, we don't have time anymore.
I did not give buses to any individual. They gave buses to Labour Party in Edo State. So what is he talking about?
All right, Mr. Akwata, thank you so much. Look, the truth is that this conversation of the Labour Party in Edo State cannot be exhausted on this particular show. So we will have to visit this issue again so that everybody will ventilate their thoughts and speak their mind. Our job is just to provide a platform for this conversation to go on so that the audience will be able to make for themselves what is going on in the Labour Party. I must thank you, former NBA president and a governorship aspirant in the Edo State under the Labour Party, Mr. Olumide Akwata. Thank you so much for coming on the program. Also, Mr. Abayomi Arabambe.
Yes, guys, I played that. This for those states, Labour Party. I know I said before, Labour Party, there are crises everywhere, man. Politicians, self-interest. As I said, Obi is different. Obi is very, 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 very different. Okay, what is saying? We are watching and we are watching and we are watching. Let's see what will happen. Okay, please, I will play this last video because I have almost time for me to do what I want to do. This last video is about Fubara and Wike, just analysis. Okay. As I've said, my interest is for the Rivers people, not Fubara, not Wike. I don't care about them. They rig the election. The Labour Party won that election in Rivers State. Wike decided to rig it for APC. Well, that's how it is. They have not at each other. They should continue fighting, right? I don't really care about them. So, guys, let's just watch this. Let's watch this. Then I'll come back. I'll call it a day. Okay. But please, as you watch, can you make comments, like, share? Okay, it's important that people will. What's happening? That I just played. Today was for security, but I just said election is coming up. I just had to do that, and this one now for this. They call them. It's just analysis, okay, of Fubara and Wike. Let's just watch them, okay? This man, it's how many minutes? 10 minutes or so. Okay, let's just play it. I'll come back.
Say, look, see, this is just the beginning. That we've not started at all. And Nigerians felt that, after the intervention of President Bola Tinubu, that, they might have shot their sword and everybody, all is looking good. We saw them in that church service. They were both shaking and the governor saying that he's my boss, he will continue to be my boss. And I was deceived. I thought by now the tension would have, been de-escalated.
Well, to a large extent, the tension has been de-escalated. If Wike had not talked, we would not have known that things were still bad, because at a point we were thinking that the state would go up in flames. The president's intervention calmed things down, no doubt about it. Even Wike said, well, because of the president, the president gave instruction, you don't do this, you don't do this. So he is slowing down. It's unfortunate, but Ison Wike needs to realize that there's nothing happening between him and Similaye Fubara that is not happening in most states. Governors want to determine their successors, sometimes impose their successors on everyone. But you have no guarantee that the person that you have imposed will be loyal to you all through. There's nothing that they've done to Wike that is strange in the context of Nigerian politics. Nothing. I've seen worse situations. He's talking about 3 months. What is 3 months? There are people who fought their godfather the same week that they came into office. There are people. So if 3 months to him is too early, is to ask Jim Nwobodo. Jim Nwobodo went to bring Chimaroke Nnamani from the US.
Who state? I'll give a few minutes, man. I have
brought him here.
Let me see.
He fought Jim. He fought Jim to a standstill. They divided the House of Assembly. At that time, the Jim supporters in the House were sitting in Abuja. They dare not sit in Enugu. Enugu was too hot for them. Invariably, he was able to win some of those Jim supporters to his side, and effectively, he took complete control. He did not want Jim to interfere in the running of the state.
Yeah.
It was the same coin that Sullivan Chime. In fact, Sullivan Chime began to fight Chimaroke Unamane's aides and other people that they were in the cabinet together the same week that I took over. Some of I had friends in the government at that time. People like Ogazimora, Igboneku, Ogazimora. They chased them out of their government quarters the week that Sullivan Chime took over. And Sullivan Chime effectively shut out Chimaroke from affairs of the state. We've also had what happened between the Secretary of Government of the Federation, Akume, and the pastor,
Father Ilya,
that he put from the week that he took over. He left no doubt that he does not want to entertain a godfather. That's what happened. Today, they don't see eye to eye. Today, their aides, they don't like one another. This is a fact. Two different persons did the same thing to the former governor of Gombe State, Senator Goje. Dankwabo did the same thing to him. Remember on the day that Senator Goje lost his wife, Dankwabo came to the house and he said, "You, from the inauguration arena, you've not entered this house." You remember? Because we played that video here. Yeah. They were speaking in Hausa, but I translated it. He said, "From the inauguration arena, you've not visited this house." This same woman was the one who used to take good care of you. It was after he died that you knew that this was your house. As if that was not enough, that one left. The same Danjuma Goje brought the current governor. In fact, the breakfast that this one served him is worse than Dankwabo. Dankwabo may not talk. Dankwabo was a gentleman.
He served a warm breakfast. This was very cool.
To stop here today, okay?
You know, the mafia people say revenge is a best
substitute. Very cool. Share and
Goje was coming into town for the wedding of his
Fubara,
I think granddaughter also.
Some people want to know what is happening. The battle is still on, but it's like they are the pause.
How can a governor do that?
All these same guys.
The person who facilitated is becoming governor. So
we stop.
See, if you're even that's why Wike needs to slow down.
Thank you for watching.
I know how painful it can be when you feel that someone has betrayed you, and I think it's shameful for them to be bringing ethnic issues into it. It's not Fubara is not an Ijaw governor. He's the governor of all. Don't bring, because I saw some of the Ijaw leaders that are coming and say no, that is wrong.
Busy telling them to that.
He could have.
Yeah, I'm going to stop here right now, guys. Okay, so. Let me just tell you for just 1 minute. No one thing. The politicians are the same. Okay, they're all the same. They will come out straight mouth. But what I should tell you, believe in yourself. You can make things happen for yourself. Okay, you can make things happen. You can change things around you. That's what my encouragement for you, to motivate you. This one is hard. That people are suffering everywhere, in different countries. But I will tell you, don't give up. And again, the battle is on. We will try our best. Let's do our best to make sure we dislodge these people that are there right now, because they don't have your interests. We will try our best to dislodge them. But I will be, as said, is still on. Is still committed to this, to the dreams and visions. Please, guys, let's support him. Those in diaspora, please let's support him. Those all those organization, those support group, please find a way. Have a platform. Let's make sure we continue because I know definitely it wasn't an easy job. We just overnight to dislodge them, but we did our best. We won the election, but some people thought they have the everything. But the fight continues, okay? So please, let's do our part. Let's be sure we dislodge them, okay? Let's support, let's encourage Peter Obi, let's encourage everyone who has backed out, okay? Let's encourage them, let them come, let's continue with the fight, okay? Those social media stuff, influencers, let's talk to them still. They did a great job during the elections. Let's talk to them still. This is a long fight, it's a long war, okay? This is what I'm going to say. Everybody, when this is a new year, keep the dream on. Don't give in or give up. Don't lose hope, okay? Don't lose hope. For don't lose hope, I heard the fuel price in Nigeria is going to be increased. But all the same, people are saying decrease to 200, there are going to be protests. Well, anyhow it is, we will survive it, okay? But have a dream, have a vision for this year. Write it out. Make it plain, okay? Write it. Don't say it's in your heart. Let it be in your heart, but to write it out and voice it and strategize and work towards it. It will happen. To happen. But have a big dream. Don't limit yourself. Have a good dream. Outside of a sphere. Have a bigger dream, okay? A very big dream. Dreams come true, some don't come true, but have multitude of dreams. At least one will come true. Okay, this is my comment for this year, guys. We can make it happen. All right, guys. I will find time to talk all this stuff. To encourage everybody. Please, guys, like, share, and God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless everyone. Thank you so much. Have a glorious good year ahead.